Do you ever feel like you are moving through your day in a thick fog, where every task feels monumental and your motivation has all but vanished? You might label this feeling as laziness, a personal failing, or a lack of willpower. But what if the true culprit is not a character flaw at all? What if your body and brain are simply running on empty? This is the reality for millions of people navigating the modern world. We are living through a silent epidemic of sleep deprivation that quietly steals our energy, dulls our minds, and compromises our health. It affects everyone, from the high-powered executive trying to meet a deadline, to the new parent tending to a baby, the student cramming for exams, to the shift worker whose schedule defies the natural rhythm of day and night. When you miss out on sleep, your body does not just get tired, it experiences a cascade of negative biological events. Inside your brain, the glymphatic system, a remarkable waste clearance network that is most active during deep sleep, fails to do its job properly. This means that metabolic byproducts, including toxic proteins like beta-amyloid, are not efficiently flushed out. This buildup can contribute to that feeling of mental fog and slower thinking that is so common after a poor night's sleep. Your brain literally becomes cluttered with the debris of its own daytime activity, impairing its ability to function optimally when you wake up. Furthermore, sleep deprivation throws your hormones into disarray, creating a perfect storm for poor health choices and weight gain. Two key hormones that regulate appetite, ghrelin, the hunger hormone, increases, telling your brain you need to eat more. Simultaneously, leptin, the hormone that signals satiety and tells you that you are full, decreases. This hormonal imbalance means you are not only hungrier. To fix our sleep, we must first understand the two main forces that govern it: your sleep pressure and your circadian rhythm. Think of sleep pressure as a buildup of a chemical called adenosine in your brain. From the moment you wake up, adenosine accumulates, creating a growing desire for sleep. The longer you're awake, the more adenosine builds, and the sleepier you feel. When you finally sleep, your brain clears this adenosine, so by morning the pressure is relieved and you feel refreshed. A short nap can feel restorative, but it can also make it harder to fall asleep later because it clears some adenosine. The second force, your circadian rhythm, your internal 24-hour body clock. It's governed by a master clock in your brain called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. This rhythm controls many processes like body temperature, hormone release, and feelings of wakefulness and sleepiness. The most powerful signal that sets this clock each day is light. Bright morning light, especially sunlight, tells your brain to be alert. Darkness in the evening signals melatonin release and winding down. Restorative sleep happens when these two systems align. Let's build a simple, practical routine that you can begin to implement this very evening. The goal is not perfection, but consistency. The first and most crucial step is to establish regularity. Your body thrives on rhythm. Choose a fixed bedtime and, more importantly, a fixed wake-up time. Stick to this schedule 7 days a week. Yes, even on weekends. Waking up at the same time every morning is the most effective way to anchor your circadian rhythm, training your body to know when to be asleep and when to be awake. If you have a bad night, resist the urge to sleep in for hours. Get up at your designated time to maintain that crucial rhythm for the following night. Next, create a wind-down buffer zone in the hour before bed. In our hyper-connected world, we often expect our brains to switch from full-throttle activity to a state of rest in an instant, which is simply not how our biology works. Your brain needs time to decelerate. During this last hour, put away all screens, phones, tablets, computers, televisions. Even with the best laid plans, there will be nights when you find yourself lying in bed, wide awake with your mind racing. The worst thing you can do is to stay in bed, tossing and turning. This anxiety creates a learned association between your bed and a state of stressful wakefulness. If you find you have been awake for more than 20 to 25 minutes, get out of bed. The rule is simple. Your bed is for sleeping, not for being awake. Go to another room and do something relaxing in very dim light. The key is to choose a calming activity that does not involve bright screens. You could read a boring book, listen to some soft music, or perform some light stretching or meditation exercises. Some people find that writing down their worries in a journal can be helpful. It is a way of offloading those anxious thoughts from your mind onto the page, giving you permission to deal with them in the morning. The journey to better sleep is not about achieving perfection overnight. It is about a gentle, consistent commitment to your own well-being. It begins with the profound realization that sleep is not a passive state or a waste of time that could be better spent working or scrolling. Sleep is the most effective thing you can do each day to reset your brain and body health. It is a non-negotiable biological necessity. It is your life support system. It is nature's best effort yet at immortality. Embracing this truth is the first step toward reclaiming the energy, clarity, and vitality sleep deprivation stole. Tonight, don't be overwhelmed by the list of potential changes. Instead, choose just one. Set a consistent wake-up time for the entire week. Put your phone away an hour before bed and read a book. Make your bedroom as dark as possible. Select one small, manageable action and commit to it.